Hello, everyone, and welcome to Laura's Daily Dose of Stamping Therapy. It feels like Wednesday, but it's Tuesday, so welcome. Apparently last week was my only week that I knew what day it was, and we're back to not knowing. I know I woke up this morning and I totally thought it was the weekend. So it's either the weekend or it is Wednesday, and it's neither of those. So we're actually going to check out the April 2020 Paper Pumpkin Kit. Hey, Becky, welcome. But first, I wanted to ask you guys all a question because I myself have kind of set like a little bit of a number on this. But tomorrow, Stampin' Up's retiring list comes out. And I just wanted to show you guys that, so I have, you can see here, I have some old stamp sets that still have this like old stamp case design with the green on it. And there are 16 of those that I still have. My husband says it kind of annoys him. Hi, Marie, welcome. That there are those 16. And I'm just wondering how many of those 16 are going to retire to like phase that out. Here, let me turn this around and I'll show you guys. So here's all my stamps, and you can see there's like 6 there and 5 there, or 4, and some there. Like, so there's just very few of them are still that old style. And so I have a total of 16 of them, and I would like you to place your bet on how many of those 16 are going to retire. I'm betting it's not going to be all 16 because, well, that would just be kind of fabulous because then I would get rid of them and they would all look nice and neat and pretty and clean because that's the kind of person I am. I'm betting there's going to be like 2 or 3. 2 or 3 that are going to be left over. But I could be wrong and maybe all 16 are going to stay. That's probably not even like a possibility. At least 1 or 2 is probably going to retire. So let me know how many stamps out of those 16 do you think, well, I guess, how should we do this? Do you think are going to retire, or do you think I'm going to have like leftovers? So whichever way you answer, just make sure to put like after that. So do you think like 8 of them are going to retire? Do you think that 5 of them are going to be left behind and the rest will retire? So place your bets. And I'll let you know tomorrow when the retiring list comes out, how many of those are left. I'm going to bet right now that there will be 5 left. So that means there's going to be 11 of those are going to retire. So that's my bet. Place yours as well. If anyone gets it right on the head, then I will have a special gift that I will mail out to you. So just, you know, a little game that we're going to play. I always kind of like to do things like that. You know, whenever, like, it's just fun, like just like little like mini bets with no real stakes in the matter or anything. So yeah, let me know how many of those 16 old style stamp cases are going to retire tomorrow with the release of the retiring list with Stampin' Up. So place your bets in the comments below. And yesterday, my April 2020 Paper Pumpkin Kit came in. So there are 8 total regular sized cards. So I'm hoping we'll get through at least 4 of them today. So here are the actual cards. And then here's some alternative options that you could do with the kit. I'm super loving this flower one here. Like, how beautiful is that? And how awesome that you can use the tree leaves as a flower, like a big, what is that? Hydrangea, I think? Isn't that what it is? That big, like, poofy flower? Pretty sure that's what it is. So I did the unboxing and reveal of all of this on my YouTube. It is currently getting ready to upload, so that will be up after Claire goes down for a nap probably. So that's why I jumped on right now before she gets on. So Of course, as always, if you're just joining in, welcome to Laura's Daily Dose of Stamping Therapy, where we stamp, chat, have fun, and talk about what everybody's having for dinner tonight. So, go ahead, let me know what you're having for dinner tonight. This is the first one I want to do because I'm super confused at how it works. I just don't seem to understand how it works. This is what it looks like. Oh, wait. No, I still don't know. Is it like it's supposed to be a Z fold? I'm so confused. Okay, we're not going to do this one first. 13 of the 16 will retire. See, then that means there's just going to be those 3 randoms that are going to drive me nuts because they're not going to look like normal. Okay, I don't really understand that one, so we're going to do this other one first. So this one is super cute. I think it goes like that. And then opens up. So this is the one that we're going to do first. And the color that came with this one is Pear Pizzazz. But I usually save my little ink spots to use whenever I need them. Or I gift them or sell them on my Stamp Garage sale, something like that. And I just go ahead and use the full-size ink pad. Just because I have it. Every once in a while, I use the little ink spot, like because sometimes I take these paper pumpkin kits on the road with me, or you know, I take them and like go watch TV or something, and I forgot the ink pad, so I just use the spot because it's all there. That's the awesome thing about Paper Pumpkin is all the supplies are there for you, so so you're good to go. Okay, so maybe I should read the instructions because these cards seem a little bit more detailed, which is super fun. So this stamp set is amazing. It's got so many fun little greetings for both Mother's Day and Father's Day. I almost feel like these are a little bit more masculine, so I might actually use them for Father's Day because I actually have my Mother's Day cards all done because I did a virtual class on Mother's Day cards or, you know, women cards and being fabulous and everything like that. So I think I should have enough of my Mother's Day cards to be able to send those out. But I always struggle with masculine cards. So these might just happen to be my Father's Day cards. So oh, that is so interesting. So here's the tree and here's the image. Like, to be honest, I totally just thought it would go like over the top, but it looks, hi Casey. It looks like they're stamping it sideways on the instructions. So I went to stamp it down and it actually like lines up. Okay, so it's totally not doing that. It lines up perfectly. And it was like magic as I set it down and saw that it lined up. Look at that. Isn't that cool? What was the question? The question is, hi Laura, welcome. I'm glad you saw my 16 favorites this morning. I have something for you. Anyway, the question for today is that I have 16 stamp sets back there that are like the old style case with the green across the top. And I want to know how many of those 16 old style stamp cases are going to retire. So either let me know the number that are going to retire or the number that's going to be left over. Hi, Valerie. Welcome. So, yeah, that is the question so far for today. So place your bets. The retiring list comes out tomorrow. And if you are spot on, then I will send you something fabulous. Okay. Lining this back up after I've already inked it is not as easy. Not so sure if that was right, but we're going to go with it. If you're just jumping on, welcome to Laura's Daily Dose of Stamping Therapy. That looks awkward, doesn't it? You're betting 11 will retire. So my bet was that, I don't remember, what was it? I think mine was 11 are going to retire and 5 will be left over. I don't know, I might have to rewatch this. 15. 15 what, Casey? 15 are retiring or 15 will retire? Okay. Keep placing your bets and we shall see tomorrow when that retiring list comes out and I get to see the new catalog. I'm so excited. So if I am not on Daily Dose of Stamping Therapy, it's because I'm super excited and flipping through that. But I don't think it comes out until like mid-afternoon because it's mountain time and I don't know mountain time. I always have to ask Brad. I think this will probably already be over. Your bet is 10 will retire. Boy, you guys all think that so many of them are going to retire. Heck, it could be like 2. But yeah, this is so exciting. Okay. Wow. So, okay, now my little trees go up front. I didn't really think this kit was going to be that difficult, but it's got me stumped. Either that or I'm just kind of like chatting with you guys and not like super paying attention. So that's probably why that and everything is like laid out in front of me. I didn't sort it out into the 2 separate cards. But they gave me 6 of these trees and I think I only need 4. I love that they always give you extras because then you can do so much with that extra stuff, and that is just fabulous. Or you have extras to make mistakes. And I totally realized I only stamped 1 of the 4. So back to stamping all of these. I could totally line this up in my Stamparatus and it would be easy, but I don't know that I want to get that out, even though it's right there, because I'm up front today at my other stamp desk. Although this isn't really my stamp desk. This is like my class table that just is like a mess. Hi, Karen. Welcome. If you're just joining in, welcome. Say hello so that I can give you a little shout out and know who all is watching. Of course, if you are watching the replay, do the same thing. And there we go. And don't forget to place your bets for how many of my 16 old style stamp cases are going to retire with tomorrow's retiring list. So let me know how many you think it'll be. And if you win, I'll give you something fabulous. How do I store all my extras from the kits? My extra, like the parts, like the pieces that are left over, I don't store them. They either go in, I either use them right away, because if I don't use them right away, I'll forget about them. So I either use them right away or they go in my scrap bin and somebody else gets them to play with. Just because, yeah, I'll forget that I have them, or like the moment is past and I'm like, I don't even remember what that looked like or anything like that. But because I'm on and doing Daily Dose of Stamping Therapy, I might use all the extras and together we can make something fabulous. So I might actually use my extra pieces this time. Or sometimes I actually use all the pieces because I make a mistake and that happens. Or like there's a whole bunch of birds and butterflies. Like I feel like there's a million. So any extras of those, like sometimes whenever I have stuff like that, I decorate the inside of the card with it. What does the made from mean? It will feature. I would probably say one, maybe two. They have never put an entire set of 5 ink pads in in any of the paper pumpkin kits. So sometimes there's 2 colors, but there's never 5. So I would say that it means that there'll be 1 or 2, or that there'll be 1 ink spot, and then the like the printed stuff might be some of the other colors. But like that just says just add color. So, you know, another thing it could be is watercolor pencils. That's kind of how I feel about it, is that it might be like watercoloring or something like that with what it means. But I'm not really sure. You are guessing, so back there I have all my stamp sets, and 8 of them are like the old style case and have like the green band on them. And so I'm wondering how many of those green banded old stamp cases are going to retire. So hold on, let me go grab 2 of them. So the new cases are white. So the majority of my stamps are this white one, but I still have 16 of these that have that little green spot on them because they're the old style. And of course, Brad's like, oh, that would drive me nuts, which I'm the organizational crazy one. I didn't think he was. It doesn't drive me nuts. I don't know why. But I think the fewer there are, the more it might drive me nuts because they'll just be like 1 or 2. So yeah, I have 16 of the green style left. So they're like the oldest stamp sets in my collection. And I am having you all place bets on how many of those 16 are going to retire with tomorrow's retiring list that's coming out. So you can either say how many are going to be left or how many are going to retire. So either one, just say which one you're going towards. So if I remember correctly, and if any of you guys are still on from the very beginning, I think I guessed that 11 will retire and 5 will stay. But I don't remember. I'm going to have to replay that because I honestly don't remember. Okay, so those 4 are done. Boy, these are some interesting cards. So the tree piece goes on the front like this. But then there are 16 total that I have. So I'm wondering how many will retire. So like your tree is going to stand, it's going to be like a dead tree. It's in front of my face. And then it's alive. It's like winter, spring, winter, spring. I think this would also be pretty if you took sponge daubers and added color to that stamp for fall colors, and then that would be fabulous too. Okay, so we're going to add this down, and I'm just using regular snail adhesive. Of course, the kits always come with the mini glue dots, but those things take forever to like peel off, and so I'm just going to use snail. I hope I didn't go too high with my snail, which I did. So I sealed it closed a little bit, but I'm just going to rub that adhesive off. And we're golden. And then there's a little label that goes over the top of it. So I need to make sure I don't go above that line. I will say a little disclaimer about the retiring list is don't panic when you first see it. I know I do. I panic a lot whenever I first see it. I'm like, oh my gosh, everything's going. So don't worry. Just don't panic and really look it over before you let the tears fall because your favorite whatever might be retiring. because like there's been times where I've like panicked, like, oh my gosh, they're retiring that. And then I see that there's like a little asterisk and it says, you know, it's just going to be like redone, like reformulated or something like that, or a new style is coming out or something like that. So, you know, a lot of times like I panic over something that I think is retiring when it's really just coming back in a different form or a different packaging. Like, you know, sometimes it might like rhinestones. Rhinestones might retire because instead of coming in a pack of 250, they're coming out in a pack of 300 or, you know, vice versa or whatever. So like sometimes it's like just packaging differences, or the look of things, like the year that the colors all retired, like the old style ink pads all retired and it was like, oh my gosh, they're all retiring. No, they're just coming out and looking different. So it's okay. No worries there. Okay, now I need my 4 little banners. So yes, there are things that, you know, might be retiring and you might like panic a little, but it's okay. This totally makes it look like it's like just dangling, and I don't think I'm going to make mine dangle because how do you get the adhesive to stick? Like on this one, how do you do it right there in that crease where the adhesive is sticking on which side? So I'm just going to do mine like a smidge. Oh, but I don't like the way that looks. It looks like we might be using the glue dots because they're nice and small. 12 will retire. Hi, Colleen. Welcome from Michigan. So I'm going to put these all along the bottom because I know that they're like, you know, low enough. With the adhesive, I would have to go like halfway on it. And you wish there was more instructions on the kit. I mean, there might be. And I'm just not... See, it says this one card has a Z fold. I'll be honest, I almost feel like they accidentally scored the wrong side of this card. And that the Z fold is supposed to go here and not here. But I'm super confused on that, so maybe I just need to read more. But don't worry, if it is a boo-boo, I'm sure Stampin' Up! will take care of us and let us know. See, this is why I don't like to put all these things on. I could like run snail over it and I would have been golden. And now I need to peel all the little backs off. So, of course, the question of the day, what is everybody having for supper tonight? We are having brats. And I don't know, like I kind of want some kind of rice because Claire absolutely loves rice. And so she's actually been asking, rice. And I'm like, no, we're not having rice tonight. Sorry. So I feel like tonight I'm going to make rice so she can have rice. But I don't know what I want to do with the rice. Whenever I was a kid, we used to have this stuff that like, it's totally made up, but I loved it. I have a feeling Brad's going to be like, what the heck is this? But it was like rice and a can of cream of mushroom soup and cheese. So it was like a creamy cheese rice. It was so good. Oh, it was wonderful. And so I kind of think I might want to make that. Let me know of any like crazy childhood foods that you used to have that seem totally weird, or, you know, your kids or somebody think they're so weird now, but like you absolutely love them. I have a lot of those. But Brad does too. Like his family has this stuff that I don't know that I'll ever get on board with this. It's crazy. I'm sure some of you will be like, oh, that sounds amazing. Or maybe not. You'll all think that it's crazy too. But they call it pear salad. And I know before you're thinking, oh, yeah, it's the kind with the Snickers in it. And no, this is a half a pear, like canned pear, with a dollop of mayo in it, and then sprinkled with shredded cheddar cheese. Which I'm not a huge mayo fan anyway, so I think I'm probably out there. But you would think that because it had cheese on it, I would totally be on board because I feel like I'll eat anything with cheese, but not that. That is just too weird for me. But then, like I said, we had this crazy rice mixture stuff, and that's kind of weird too. You just mix whatever you got in the cabinet, and it's good sometimes. I don't know. Sometimes it doesn't work. Thank you. I'm glad I'm not the only one that thinks that that is absolutely crazy. Okay. So these look totally weird whenever they're standing up because it's just this dead tree. But then you're like, oh my gosh, that's so cute. So yeah. It's kind of like whenever you're doing like the birthday bonanza or something where you have like an animal or a person and you're like, that looks so weird. And then you add a face and you're like, oh, it's the cutest thing ever. So it's kind of like that where you add the leaves to the tree and you're like, oh, that's cute. Okay. So now we have our little labels that we need to stamp. So I did have an extra, so there's already an extra of that, as well as 2 extra trees. And so now we have these little green labels, and I almost feel like the greeting should be stamped in like a brown instead of the green on green. It looks really light. I might go get early espresso. Be right back. Okay, so I think we're going to use early espresso on those little things. And since I said I was going to try to do Father's Day, Happy Father's Day. I don't know, maybe I'll do Happy Father's Day on the inside because the Happy Father's Day is really small. And I'll do like the family one. And then because like my brother and I was going to say my sister's not celebrating Father's Day. My brother or my father-in-law, like they're all family. Oh, yum. You know, I've never made homemade meatballs. That's one thing that I've never made. But that sounds amazing. And isn't it awesome when you make one meal and then you can turn it into a totally different meal the next day with the leftovers? Like, to me, that is like nailing it. Like, that is awesome. I know we do that when we have the ham. So, like, you know, we have it the first day, you know, as like ham and, you know, the whole ham feast. And then, like, a lot of times we'll, like, cut it off the bone, cube it up, and I'll make ham and potato casserole. Or we cube it up and have omelets with some eggs. Like, it's so fabulous to get so many different meals out of one, like, main thing that you made. Which the dinner rolls that I made for our Easter feast last week, we're still eating on those. Like, Brad eats those as his sandwich every day for lunch. So, like, he's still enjoying those. And, yeah. And I made those, like last Thursday, and he said they're not stale and they're still really good. So that's awesome. And those are actually going to be our buns for our brats tonight because the buns that we did buy ended up going bad. which we kind of didn't plan that correctly. So I'm kind of not surprised, but they were really good buns, so we are kind of sad. We set the butts of the bread or our like stale bread and stuff like that out for, technically it's like for the birds or the squirrels, but we also have like some neighborhood kitties that come by and eat them and stuff like that. So yes, I'm probably putting way too many Stampin' Dimensionals on here, but if you've followed me for like a hot minute, then you know that I'm a dimensional overuser, so that's why. Hi, Donna. Welcome. Give me a shout out if you're just joining in to Daily Dose of Stamping Therapy. Also, don't forget to place your bet, as I have 16 of the old cases, the old stamp cases with that green mark on it. I have 16 of those back there. And tomorrow the retiring list comes out. Let me know how many of those 16 are going to retire. So place your bets in the comments and let me know. See, isn't that fabulous? Apparently I need to learn how to make meatballs. You guys are all like inspiring me. Okay. Had to make sure all my adhesive was on the bottom. Super, super cute. And then I still need to add pearls. And these pearls are like in both like a crushed curry and a mint, and they're gorgeous. Let me... You thought I was watching you? No, no worries. You can watch me and do whatever you need to do in your PJs or whatever, because I am not watching you. You're just watching me. So these pearls are just going over the top of all of those little yellow dots on the original. So like it already has all the little yellow dots there for you to use. I should have brought over my take your pick tool. Super easy and really good. I will totally have to try those out. Although I'm not sure if we have any meat currently to be able to make meatballs. Also, if you want to watch more of me after Daily Dose of Stamping Therapy or anytime, check out my YouTube channel, Laura's Stamp Pad. Today I posted my top 16 favorite items right now in celebration of my 16-year anniversary with Stampin' Up. So you can check that out. Super, super cute. And then there's two little birdies. So... got my two little birdies. I kind of want to do them with dimensionals. Ooh, the dimensional fits just perfectly. Awesome. And now I need to make sure it is... Ooh, I don't know that that's going to work well. I think I'm just going to put it right here. And nope, it can't go there. And right there. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. So I tried to put it like on the card, because I think with the dimensional, it's too big. I guess I could always use the glue dots. So I just put them, oh no. I had a greeting stuck on the back side. So I just put them down, and then like, you know, the tree would kind of be there, but like it's only going to look good the first time unless someone sits there. Like, see, the birdies are on the tree, But once you open up the card, then the tree is on the birdie. See, now it's on top. Well, good thing I only did one. And so this one, I'm going to do mini glue dots so that they're small enough to actually fit on the tree bark. Skinny taste recipe. Okay, I will look up that recipe and see if I have some supplies. Otherwise, add it to the next grocery list. We've kind of been going like every other week and doing pretty good on that. Although I will say by the end of the second week, it gets a little questionable. We have plenty of meat in the freezer, so I'm not concerned about that. And we could just be a little bit more adventurous with some of our things. But like some of the staples end up running out. Or like, you know, we have tons of like fruit in the freezer and stuff that Claire eats, but like her fresh fruit either ends up going in the freezer because it's starting to go, or, you know, it's going to go bad before she eats all of it. We don't feed her bad food. Just, you know what I mean, right? I'm not the only crazy one here. I'm going to use the trim because then I only have to pull off the extra once. So I'm going to use the trim, which really I think for this, I could actually use, or I could actually go all the way up because only a small little hair is showing. So I really don't need to stay like that close to the bottom like I do with the yellow. Okay, and then now I'm going to do my little pearls. Again, if you're just jumping on, welcome to Laura's Daily Dose of Stamping Therapy. If you're watching the replay, give me a shout out so that I can say hello to you. I do go through all the comments all the time to see what you guys have said. And, of course, place your bets for how many of my 16 old style stamp cases will retire when the list comes out tomorrow. One of the other super cool things is by putting these pearls on top of those little yellow dots, it really helps mask any sort of like imperfection. Like if you didn't get the stamp down correctly and it's off just a hair, this like sort of evens that out and covers it up a little bit. Like I noticed this one, I don't even know if it's that noticeable, but this one is just a hair off. And you could tell a little bit more whenever, because the yellow dot was really close to the stamped image. But now whenever I placed the pearl down, like it takes all of that away. You can't see that anymore. So that is super fabulous. Okay, so let's try this, this birdie thing again. But this time, you know what? This time I'm actually going to put the glue dot on the tree so that I know that it is on the tree and not going to seal my card closed. So that one worked, and I went ahead and peeled the back off before, so I won't peel the back off so you can actually see it. So there's one like right there, and then the other one is over there. So I know that it's fully on the tree, and then now I'm just going to press the little birdie into it. And my birdies are really close together. So they're not really like far off, and they're actually both turned the same way. Oh. Every other row is the other direction. This is what you get when you don't follow directions. But that's okay. Who is going to notice this anyway? Like, it's only us, and that's okay. Let's see if by the fourth one, we can get this right. And who's to say what's right? Again, no one, I won't send any of you guys or any of my Paper Pumpkin subscribers this so that they don't know. But yeah, no one knows what this looks like. So unless they like Google Paper Pumpkin, they won't know. Did I use too many pearls? Oh, you're not supposed to put a pearl on every single one. I'm running out. that never happens. I feel like Stampin' Up's kits always have a ton of extras. So you know what I'm going to do? I am going to take my regular pearls and my Stampin' Blends, Daffodil Delight or Crushed Curry, depending on which shade I need to go for, and I will color those in. So I was going to say I'll come back and I'll show you guys what that looks like tomorrow, but I am going to show you guys now. And then I have to get going because it's 1 o'clock and I'll need to put Claire down for her nap. So let me go grab that. So I'm just grabbing some pearls. So I just grabbed some regular pearls, and I have my Stampin' Blends. So here's like a little sheet of them. And I got a couple different colors of yellow. So let's start with Dark Daffodil Delight and see if that works. It's a little bit more yellow, whereas the originals are a little bit more orange. So see how mine are a little bit more yellow, and that looks a little hair like orange. So let's try Mango Melody, Dark Mango Melody. It looks like the same color to me. Actually, it looks lighter, which is so weird. You never know how this is going to turn out because it's darker, but like I don't think you would ever even notice. But yeah, the Mango Melody looks lighter, which is super weird. If anything, this card is going to have those varying shades, so it's going to look kind of cool. But then like my last card that I have to do is going to be all of these, so you're not even going to notice. Of course, they might dry a little bit lighter too when they're officially set. But there we go. Super fabulous. Oh, and then I need to add my birdies. So this time I'm going to put them farther apart. So one is going to go over here, and then the other one is going to go up higher in the tree. And I want opposing birdies. Maybe that's why there's like not enough room for all my birdies, because I have too many pearls on there. But I like the shine. Although, is that taking it away from a masculine card? Maybe. Super cute. And no one is ever going to notice on all of these. You probably almost can't even tell what the difference is with the 4 of them. Or there's only 3. Oh, I haven't done the 4th one yet. Well, I'm going to do the 4th one alone without you guys because it's 1 o'clock and I need to get upstairs to put Claire to bed. So this is card number 1 for the April 2020 Paper Pumpkin Kit. And tomorrow we will do card number 2, as well as possibly, depending on the time of whenever I jump on, the reveal of the winner and how many of those 16 stamp sets are going to retire. So place your bets and let me know. I have 16 of the old style of stamp set. in my set back there. And I'm wondering how many of those 16 are going to retire tomorrow. So let me know in the comments how many you think are going to retire or how many you think are going to be left over after I pull the retired ones. So let me know in the comments below, and whoever wins will get a fabulous prize from me. And if there's more than one winner, that's fine too. So especially because my husband is going to the, no, he's not going to go to the post office until Thursday. So it'll be in the mail on Thursday. Yay! Of course, if you want to check me out on other social media, you can check me out on YouTube. Laura's Stamp Pad is my channel. And of course, check me out at laurastamppad.com and see some fabulous ideas, tutorials, inspiration, and my virtual classes. When we can't stamp together in person, we can still stamp together online. So hope you guys all have a wonderful day. Stay safe, stay healthy, enjoy the sunshine if it's shining where you are. I know it is here in Illinois, and it's fabulous. A little chilly still, but still beautiful sunshine. So love, hugs, and prayers to all of you guys. Bye-bye. Happy stamping.